Hello! Welcome, Disney fans. Mickey in the house. Mickey in the house. How's everybody doing? Hello to Allison and Nick, who I see have already signed in with Kahoot. Kahoot. I just like saying Kahoot. Signed in with Kahoot. I think that should be the thing now. Kahoot. I'm going to stop that right now. I promise I will do it again. Signed in with Kahoot using the PIN number 734033 to play on their nifty little this device thing. So what I recommend is that you watch on your computer, your laptop, whatever it is if you can, and then just sign into Kahoot. Use it just going to your browser and going to kahoot.it. Putting in that PIN code, and that will be your buzzer. All of the questions today for Disney Trivia are brought to you by multiple choice. So you don't have to type in things. All you got to do is hit the appropriate color or symbol that matches your answer, and you will be golden. All right, we're just waiting for a few more people to join in. We don't want to start until everyone's here because we are playing one long round of this. Jules is in. Welcome, Jules. Please also type to me in the chat. Let me know. I see that Jules says, hi, I made it. Excellent. Great to have you here. Please type in and let me know you're here and that you can see and hear me okay, that we're broadcasting live properly. Whether you want to see me or not, here I am. But I want to make sure that you can hear me okay as well with my microphone all set up and everything, that the sound is good. So please type in the chat real quick. Consider this the sound check. I want to hear from Jules, Allison, and Nick, who I know are on, because they are in Kahoot! I told you I'd do it again. Allison says, hey, Allison. Great to see you. I was going to say great to have you here, but you're not here. Are you in Disney right now? Like not right this second now. But I mean, you still down there, still working, doing all that stuff? It's great to see that you were able to take some time and be here for Disney Trivia. Allison says, the Magic Kingdom. Yes. All right. Fantastic. Well, I'm thrilled to have you here. We've missed you, and I'm glad to be back doing a little Disney trivia here. We're doing it a little differently than we've done it in the past. I am trying to find the simplest and most effective way to do this, because trying to get us all together with the webcams and everything, people didn't seem to want to do that. That was my favorite to do because everyone could be there talking and stuff, but maybe it was just a little too much for people to be able to do. So I did a little bit of research, a little bit of work here, got it working here. But it does limit us to multiple choice, and the only way you can communicate with each other is through the chat. But I recommend highly that you use the chat and chat with your fellow Mouseketeers as we play. Let's see, who else do we have in here? From my apartment every night. Oh, seeing the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom. Oh, nice. Yes. Julie says, sounds fabulous. Fantastic. I'm realizing how far away that screen is that has the live chat on it. And I don't think I can get the live chat easily on here. I don't know why. It seems like, with this nifty little device, I should be able to see the chat easily. But I, alas, cannot. Let me see what this does. Ooh. Maybe no, that didn't do anything fun. Well, that's all right. I don't need to be able to see the chat perfectly. I can just do one of these. Like an old person. Lisa is here. Nick says, hey, howdy, hey, nice. Lisa is here and says, hey, guys, trying to get Kahoot up. Kahoot better pay me money if they ever start using that. Kahoot! I'm going to be their spokesperson. Notice I did not say spokesmodel, because then I'd have to do Kahoot. We're going to start here momentarily. I still only see 3 people in here. I know Lisa's trying to get in. I know Stampy said he was going to be here, so hopefully he's on his way in. There he is! Hey, he says in the chat, working on it. YouTube. Not sure what Kahoot is. It's simple, Stampy. You just go to your little browser. You type in www.kahoot.it, as in Kahoot is it. Kahoot! And you are golden. Then all you have to do is punch in the code that is there on your screen, 7340033, and you are in like Flynn. Flynn from, Flynn. Is that Frozen? Tangled. Which one is Flynn? There's your first trivia question. Type it into the chat. Flynn, I feel like, is Tangled, but I could be wrong. Yes, okay, Nick says Tangled. Allison says Tangled right behind. Nick just beat you by a little bit there, Allison. Not official. It's not official. Hold your horses there, Nick. You're not winning yet. It's anybody's game. All right, we're still waiting on a few more people to get in. I want to welcome all of you. We haven't had a chance to get together as Disney fans in a while. I miss getting to see your faces and hear your voices, but I can read your voices and picture your faces as you type into the chat. Let me know how you're all doing. Nick, how the heck are you doing? Lisa, how are you doing? Julie, how are you doing? Allison is down in Disney. I mean, we already know how Allison's got to be doing. Got to be doing great. It's a Disney day every day. I love it. All right, I'm still keeping my eye on the Kahoot here, and I still only see 3 of you. So we're going to hold off for just a moment while others get in. Lisa says, I'm great. Going south in 1 month from today. Woo! By south, do you mean like Disney South? Or are you just, going to like southern Michigan? How far south are we going here, Lisa? Lisa says Disney South. I love it. Nick says, great. We were at Disney World earlier this month. I saw that. I missed, I think Sarah had posted a Where Are We thing. And I told, by the time I got to it, it had already been answered. I think Lisa was the one that got it right, if I remember correctly. So really fantastic. Stamp says, oh, my phone too, don't wait for me. I might have to watch. Stampy, we will wait for you, my friend. Just get on your phone. Just get on your phone. Launch your browser. Go to www.kahoot.it, just like any other website, and then just type in your PIN. It's really simple. I did it on here when I tested it, and it worked fantastically. It just, boom, it was in like that. Lisa says, yes, I did. So, yeah, Lisa won that one. Where do you prefer where do you enter the PIN? Once you go to kahoot.it, it should come right up and just ask you to enter a PIN. Should be the first thing that comes right up when you go to kahoot.it. And then it's just going to ask you for a PIN, and then you just put in your nickname, and you are golden. Lisa is in, but we lost Allison. All right, we're one step forward, one step back. Not that, there's Allison's back. Woo! All right. I was starting to wonder whether Kahoot would... that was like the Peter Brady version of my Kahoot advertisement. Kahoot! I'm having fun, and we haven't even started yet. Julie says, doing well, lots of things going on right now in life. Yes, oh, fantastic. Julie, we got to catch up for sure. Lisa says, come back, Allison. Yeah, I know, she's back. All right, you know what? We're going to give Stampy about 1 more minute, and then we're going to have to start, because I can only be so entertaining. And I've kind of hit the threshold already. I mean, you're seeing the best of what I have to offer here. This is as good as it gets. Actually, you know what? I can say one more thing. I can talk about this nifty hat I have on. This is my Haunted Mansion hat. I have... Okay, that was entertaining. I hope you didn't have your earbuds on. I have 2 Haunted Mansion hats. One is a lovely baseball cap that was given to me as a gift. The other one is this hat here, which is my more dressy one when I want to be fancy. And for Disney trivia, I want to be fancy. Oh, look at this. We've got more people in. We've got, it looks like Stamoy, I think, if I'm reading that right. Bearded Hat Guy. Our worlds are colliding. First Star Trek, and now you're here for Disney trivia. I love it. We've got Allison. We've got Lisa. We've got you. All right. You know what? We're going to have to get started. Stampy, you can just join in whenever you can get in. Kahoot.it, put in the PIN, put in your name. It is super duper simple. All right. Is everybody ready? Let's do it. Okay, Lisa says it. Lisa says it in the chat. That's all we need. Lisa says, let's do this. We're going to do this. All right. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm excited. Disney trivia for Disney lovers. That's you. That's me. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do this. Here's your first question. In The Shaggy Dog, what turns Willoughby Daniels into a shaggy dog? Is it drinking water from a magical pond, chanting the words inscribed on a dog collar, feeding him a magical dog food, or reading the inscription on a ring? Go ahead and get your answers in. Once everyone has answered, it will automatically go to the next screen. So everybody's got to put an answer in. Just try. You got nothing to lose. I don't think it deducts points if you're wrong. I could be wrong. We will find out, but I don't think so. We got 4 answers in. We need just a couple more. No Googling. No Googling. We're working on the honor system here. No Googling. Although, the quicker you get your answer in, the more points you get as well. So that will encourage people to get those answers in quickly if you indeed want to win. All right, we're waiting for a couple more to get that in. Let's get those answers in. All right, I'm going to give you just, you got a little bit more time. You got a little more time. I'm going to vamp here. Shaggy Dog. How many of you have seen that? Hey, Jason says, I'm Stampy. We know you're Stampy. Are you having an identity crisis, Stampy? I know you're Stampy. Maybe Stampy's in now. Maybe that's what Stampy's trying to say, and that's his nickname. How many of you have seen the Shaggy Dog or the Shaggy DA? Stampy says, I don't know how to answer. You just answer by hitting the corresponding color or shape that should be on your screen there. All right, we're going to go to the answers. Here we go. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to have to advance it by doing this. Let's look at the scores. Let's look at the scores. There we go. All right. It looks like 2 of you got it right. 2 of you got it wrong. Of the people that answered, it is indeed reading the inscription on a ring. I don't for the life of me remember what the inscription was. I've seen this movie so many times. I feel like I should know this, but indeed I actually don't. I really don't remember what the inscription was. I remember really enjoying this movie. It's been a long time since I've seen The Shaggy Dog or The Shaggy DA, its sequel. I need to revisit these, and I'm willing to bet they're on Disney+. All right, let's get to the next question. Here we go. Next question. Let's right at the pause. Next question. There we go. All right. Here are our scores so far. Nick in the lead. Lisa close behind. Jules, Allison, Bearded Hat got a bunch of zeros after that. But you're heroes in my book. You won't be zeros for long. Next question. What character sings the song Stand Out at the end of the Walt Disney Pictures film A Goofy Movie? Get your answers in. Is it Goofy? Is it Max? Is it Donald? Is it Minnie Mouse? Or is it yours truly? I'm going to give you a hint. It's not me. Since you only have 4 choices and I'm not one of them, you can't pick me, even if you would like to. And I love that you might want to pick me. You love me. You really love me. No, you don't. You really don't. Jason, Wise Singer says, I like to join Kahoot, can't make it work. Why are people having trouble making Kahoot work? I don't get it. I didn't have any trouble with it. Maybe you can't join once it's started. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe once it's started, you're committed. You're in it. You're in it for the long haul. All right. Well, we've got 4 answers in. Let's see if anybody else is going to answer. If not, we're going to move to the next one. And I hope those of you who are not able to get in and play, that you'll stay and watch. I wish I could break this up into multiples, but sadly I cannot do that. But keep trying. Keep trying. See if you can get in a little late. You should be able to join this late, I would think. All right. Let's go to the scores here. Let's see the scores. Let's look at the scores. All right. Oh, look at that. We've got some Goofy Movie fans. 4 of you got it right. That is fantastic. Let's look at the scores. Let's see who's in the lead. Lisa pulls in the lead with Nick right behind. Allison moving up. Jules moving up. Stamoy. Stamoy is Stampy. Okay, Stamoy. I see you. You typed it wrong. I get it. That happens. Happens to the best of us. All right, Stampy wasn't able to get, is still having some technical issues, but you know what? You're in, so that's a good sign. Just keep trying. You never know what's going to happen. You might be able to get right back on top. Next question. Here we go. Next question. Which is the biggest theme park at Disney World? Is it the Animal Kingdom? Is it Epcot? Is it Magic Kingdom? Is it Disney Hollywood Studios? And big hint, it is not Disney Springs. Disney Springs. It feels like that should be a retirement community. Oh man, we got 4 answers in already. You might be the only 4 that are getting answers in here, but we're going to give it another minute here to see. Oh, well, look at that. That's everybody. All right. It looks like Stamoy might have kicked himself out. Looks like all 4 of you got that right. It is indeed the Animal Kingdom. A lot of people think Epcot is the largest. Epcot feels the largest when you're there, certainly. But you got to take into consideration a little thing called the Safari, the Kilimanjaro Safari, which makes Animal Kingdom quite by far the largest of the parks. I believe it is twice the size of the Magic Kingdom, if I am not mistaken. All right. Keep those comments coming in the chat as well. Feel free to talk with each other, berate each other. Just only say nice things about me because I'm fragile. Let's take a look at the scores. Lisa is in the lead still. Nick nipping at the heels. Allison and Jules doing well. Bearded Hat Guy is in play. Bearded Hat Guy is on the board, 918 points. This is still anybody's game. Allison says Animal Kingdom. Yes, Animal Kingdom improved. I can't quite read that. But I read Animal Kingdom and I love the Animal Kingdom. I really do. Every time I go there, I think it's underrated. I enjoy it more when I'm there. It's not a whole lot, not quite as much stuff to do, it feels like oftentimes, but the stuff is really cool and really neat. All right, here we go. Next question. There we go. See, I have to pause a little longer. What famous singer is the voice of Dodger in the animated feature Oliver and Company? Is it Donny Osmond? Is it Marie Osmond? I don't know. Is it Phil Collins? Is it Billy Joel? Is it Sting? Wow, all 4 of those very different interpretations, I think, would be of Oliver and Company. We got 4 answers in so far. We're going to wait just a little bit longer here. Oh, all right, everybody has answered. Oh, look at that. The correct answer is Billy Joel. 2 of you got that right. 3 of you got it wrong. Looks like Donny Osmond was a close second. So Donny Osmond was apparently called back by all of you, but didn't quite get the role. Billy Joel was the one that stepped up and tickled the ivories and tickled his way right into our hearts. Let's look at the scores. All right, Nick moves up ahead. Look at that. Lisa in second place, but Nick has surged ahead by almost 1,000 points. My goodness, Nick, what are you doing? Did you eat your Wheaties today? I don't know what's happening, but it's quite fantastic. Lisa says, oh man, go Nick. You got a cheerleader in the person that's nipping at your heels, Nick, so watch your back. Next question. It doesn't like me doing that. Next question. Apparently I have to... what is happening here? Come on. Next question. I don't know why it doesn't... There we go. See, you just have to say it nicely. Who is the tavern keeper that takes over Toad Hall in Disney's The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad? I am aware that I spelled adventures wrong. I can spell better than that. I know that there's a silent Y in the word adventures. It's not there. Is it Winky? Is it Cyril? Well, hey, you know what? Let's not waste any time. You all already got your answers in. And the correct answer is Winky. Winky. Oh, but only 1 of you thought it was Winky. 4 of you thought it was others. The most of you thought it was Angus. Angus. That's a great name. Angus. I don't know. We don't hear that name quite, nearly enough. I like Cyril as well. Cyril. I wrote a play with a character named Cyril. I digress. We're not here to talk about that stuff. We're here to talk about Disney stuff. All right. So let's look at the scores. And Nick still, oh man, he is just moving that lead ahead. He's just not even resting on his laurels. He's not getting comfortable because he knows Lisa and Allison and Jules and Bearded Hat Guy are trying to come up from behind. Nick says, I love Mr. Toad. Me too. Mr. Toad has always been one of my favorite rides. I miss it every single time I'm there. It's one of the reasons that I might want to actually go all the way across the country to California and go to Disneyland because Mr. Toad is still there. It's still there. I love it. All right. Next up, here we go. Next question. Look at that. What is the fastest ride at Disney World? It is not Mr. Toad. Is it the Hollywood Tower of Terror? Is it Test Track? Is it Rock and Roller Coaster? Or is it Mission Space? All of those really great fast rides. Oh, the answers are in. The majority of you definitely thought it was Test Track, and you were correct. It is indeed Test Track. Mission Space feels like it should be faster, but you know what? I think if you got going 60 miles an hour in a centrifuge, you'd probably never come out of that centrifuge. So, it doesn't get going that fast. But Mission Space would have probably been my guess. Test Track goes about 60 miles an hour. The other rides don't get quite close to that. Rock and Roller Coaster is probably the next closest one with that launch that goes almost to 60 miles an hour. But Test Track is a little faster. Let's look at the scores. You just got to say it twice. That's what it is. Nick is still comfortably in the lead. Lisa is moving back up a little bit, though. Allison's still there in this. Jules is still in this. Bearded Hat guy is, well, he's here. He's here. And he's guessing. At least he was at one point. I haven't seen his score go up since then. But, there we go. There goes my streak, says Nick. Oh, Nick missed that one. He was on a hot streak there. You do get bonus points if you get that hot streak going. So there you go. All right. Next question. What attraction at Walt Disney World has a mascot tied to the phrase, his master's voice? Is it Space Mountain? Is it the Carousel of Progress? Is it Innoventions or Journey into Imagination? Love me a little Don Knotts. Takes me back to a little Disney movie, or two movies, called The Apple Dumpling Gang and The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. Not great movies by any means, but boy, oh boy, were those on play on a constant loop in my house growing up. Did see those movies more times than I'd probably like to admit. Don Knotts, though, really cool. And when you teamed him up with Tim Conway, comic gold! Yes. All right. Well, the answers are in, and it was close here. The majority of you thought it was Journey into Imagination, but that is not correct. It is actually Space Mountain. This is going back a ways, back when RCA Victor was the sponsor of Space Mountain, and their mascot is a little dog listening to a phonograph with his head cocked, and the slogan was his master's voice. You could see that at the end of the ride. Once you went up that escalator to go out the exit, you would see that mascot, the slogan, everything. It was there, I promise you. Let's look at the scores. All right, Nick, you're still in the lead. Lisa is close behind still. Looks like maybe neither Nick nor Lisa got that one right. I'm not sure. What? The RCA dog, Nick says. Yes, it was the RCA dog. RCA Victor was the sponsor of Space Mountain for many years, back in the 70s, all the way up through, I want to say probably the mid-80s, maybe even the late 80s. Lisa says, I didn't get it right. What done if you will do something? I can't read the rest of it, Lisa. That is really far away. I need to be able to get that on my phone. Why can't I? Phone. Hello, show me the chat. Useless. All right. We're having fun. Here we go. Next question. It's not going to do it because it was too close to what I said before. Next question. There we go. What Disney film has a technical connection with the movie Jaws? I love that little visual there. I love it. Lisa says, cracking up here, Todd. I love it. I'm glad you're cracking up. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because it's really weird being down here and just doing this myself. But I know that Lisa is there laughing, and that's all that matters to me. You know what? Lisa, I want you on every stream that I do. All right. Wow. The consensus is in. The consensus is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You are all correct. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The connection, of course, is that the creator of the giant squid was brought in on Jaws out of retirement to help them make Bruce the shark. Because of his incredible expertise creating that giant squid. That sequence in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, if you've not seen it and you realize that was made in the 1950s, very, very impressive work. So was it 50s or 60s? I want to say it was the 50s. I could be wrong, but somebody will correct me, I'm sure. What's Little Nemo, says Nick. Yeah, Little Nemo. It shouldn't be. What? Who did that? What is Little Nemo? Nick, you're calling me out on my blunders here. What I meant to say was Little Dory. No, Finding Nemo. That's what I meant to say. You know what I meant. But I love it. I love it. I'm going to have to fix that. All right. Let's see the scores. Oh, that's not what it wants to hear. It wants to hear, let's look at the scores. There we go. That's going to do it. All right, Nick, still in the lead, almost by 1,000 points. Lisa still behind. Allison and Jules keep moving up, though. They keep on moving up. Bearded Hat Guy even moved up on that one. Bearded Hat Guy, yes, I'm rooting for you, Bearded Hat Guy. I really am. Julie says, LOL. I don't know what you're laughing at, Julie. There's nothing funny going on here. Nothing funny going on here. Next question. When did MGM Studios become Hollywood Studios? Was it 2008? Was it 2010? Was it 2012? Was it 2005? It was in the 2000s. I wish I could give you just a point for just getting it right in the 2000s. But then you'd all get it. Oh, whoa, we're all over the board on this one. All right, 2 of you got it right with 2008. 2 of you thought it was 2010. 1 of you thought it was 2012. But 2008 it is. I will always hold a very soft spot in my heart for Disney MGM Studios. Harkens back to the classic Hollywood of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. And it's when they still had the great movie ride, which I miss all that. I'm not gonna cry. I told myself I wouldn't cry about the great movie ride, but I want to sob right now because I miss that ride so much. All right, here we go. Next question. Oh, we got to look at the scores first. See, the game at least knows what it's doing, even if I don't. Nick is still in the lead. He's even moved his lead up a bit. Nick is starting to feel like he is unbeatable right now. But you know what? That's not true. He can be beaten. I know he can be beaten. Go after him. Jules has moved up into second place. Yes! Lisa, I'm not clapping at your expense, but I kind of am, because Jules has moved up into second place, Lisa in third, Allison in fourth, Bearded Hat Guy still watching from the nosebleeds, but enjoying the concert nonetheless. All right, Lisa says, go Jules, it's okay. See, we're all here just having fun, enjoying the Disney love. You know what? How many questions have we done? We've only done 9. I prepared 60 questions. We're probably not going to get through all 60 of them tonight, which means if you're enjoying yourself, we can do another one of these soon because I'll have enough questions to do another one very, very quickly. If you're enjoying this, type in the chat. Let me know you'd like us to do another one. Stampy, I will help you figure out what's going on with your technology, man. I know technology tends to hate you, but truly, this should be super simple, so I'll walk you through it. I'm sure it's a technical thing we can fix. All right, here we go. Next question. Next question. There it is. What is the name of the Disney film about a group of churchwomen who try to bring down an illegal gambling ring? Is it the Apple Dumpling Gang? Is it the $1 Million Duck? Is it Pot Committed? Is it the North Avenue Irregulars? Ooh, get your answers in. This is what I would call a deep cut. This is a Disney deep cut here. Not a lot of people. Stampy, I know, knows this one. We've talked about this one. But this is a bit of a deep cut for Disney. Allison says something. Allison, I love that you said something. And pretty soon I'm going to read all these chat messages. I've got to get that closer to me. It's really, really hard to read. All right. Well, the answer is the North Avenue Irregulars. 4 of you got it right. 2 of you got it wrong. Hey, that means 1 more person's playing. We've only had 5, I think, for a while. Maybe, I don't know. I really haven't been paying attention to the numbers. Math's not my thing. This is my thing. Talking to a thing, and that where there's people on the other end of the thing. And Kahoot! All right. North Avenue Irregulars, wonderful movie. I don't know. I keep forgetting to check to see if this is on Disney Plus. I don't think it is. I don't think it's on Disney Plus. It's really kind of hard to find. And it's a really fun little movie. Cloris Leachman is in it. Herman. Ed Herman? No. Who? Oh, God. Maybe it is Ed Herman. I don't know. Anyway, seek it out if you can find it. It's really fun. Let's look at the scores. Boom! All right, Nick! On fire. Look at that little flame next to Nick. That does not mean that you have to call the fire department because their house is burning down. It just means Nick is on fire. Nick is on fire. 7,715 points. Throw some of those points my way. I feel pointless. And Jules is still in second. Lisa right behind. Allison coming up. Bearded Hat Guy is just like, you know what? I'm just going to drink and watch. And oh, now Nick, I can see that in the chat. I see some serious fire going there. Going. Lisa's saying, so fire. So fire. I love it. Next question. Where did the film 101 Dalmatians take place? Do not say in a movie theater. I will be very upset with you if you say in the movie theater. Is it Florence? Is it Paris? Is it London? Is it Orlando? I know you're all going to pick Orlando, aren't you? I know you are. You're going to do it just to spite me, right? I hope at least one of you picks Orlando. And I can pick on you. No, that would be rude. I mean, I couldn't blame someone if they picked Orlando because Orlando is one of the happiest places on earth, and that's where you want doggies to be, right? But all of you got this one right. That was a softball. It was a pretty easy one, right? Where did 101 Dalmatians take place? In London. Of course it did. Oh, that's another movie I've got to revisit. It has been decades since I saw that movie, and I need to rectify that. Oh, Lisa says Studio 28. Lisa, I love it. Oh, Studio 28. For anyone that doesn't know, Studio 28, at one point, Studio 28 was the largest movie theater in America. And it was in our town, right here. It was one of the very first multiplexes. I think they had like 12 screens at that time or something, and it was the largest in the country. That changed relatively quickly, but for a brief time, Studio 28. All right, and that's not where 101 Dalmatians took place, but it might be where you saw it. All right, let's look at the scores. Nick is still in the lead, but Jules now is on fire. Jules is on fire. Moving up, 67. Yeah, she's still behind. I mean, we got almost a comfortable 2,000-point lead here with Nick. And see, that's the thing. The longer you take to answer, the longer you take to ponder it, the longer you take to, pull out the DVD and pop it in and watch it and try and figure out where, you're losing points. You can't have that. All right, here we go. Next question. Which Disney park was the first to introduce FastPass? Is it the Animal Kingdom? Is it Epcot? Is it Disney Hollywood Studios? Or is it Magic Kingdom? How convenient that there are 4 parks and I can give you 4 answers. Isn't that great? Disney planned it that way just for Disney trivia nights like tonight to make me happy and make my life easier. Oh my gosh. All right. Julie says Lisa isn't giving me much space. No, she's not. She's coming in right behind. Oh, look at this. We're all over the board on this one. 2 of you thought it was Epcot. 2 of you thought it was the Magic Kingdom. And 2 of you correctly picked the Animal Kingdom. Now, that's an odd one. At first, I thought, well, Magic Kingdom, right? That's where they would have tested this, I would think. So I was really surprised to find out that Animal Kingdom, indeed, was the first park to introduce FastPass. They were doing it on a relatively small scale, see how it went, make sure that it worked well. Probably because it was a park that didn't have a whole lot of e-ticket rides, is my guess, of why they picked the Animal Kingdom as the place to start it. Because then there wouldn't be as many people fighting for them, and stuff like that. And they could make sure that all the bugs were out of it before it went to the Magic Kingdom and the other places like that. Let's look at the scores. Or not. Let's not. I'm just going to vamp because... No, I'm not going to do that. Let's look at the scores. I don't know why it didn't like the first way I said that. Nick is still in the lead, and now Nick is on fire again. Nick, what are you eating? That's what I want to know. Okay, Nick, 9,600 points. My goodness. Allison is now in second place. Jules in third. Lisa in fourth. Bearded Hat Guy is still playing, man. And I got to hand it to Bearded Hat Guy. He is still saying, you know what? I may be the underdog right now, and that's okay. I'm still going to fight. Oh, I love it. All right. Next question. When was the original 101 Dalmatians released? Was it in 1960, 1961, 1962, or 1963? Yeah, I did. I thought about putting like 1940, 2012, but I didn't want to make it too easy for you. We got to make it a challenge. 4 people have their answers in. 5 have their answers in. Let's wait for that 6th one to come in. Come on. Come on, take a guess. Maybe you're just not guessing because you're like, maybe you do get negative points. Has anyone figured out if you get negative points if you guess wrong? I don't feel like you do. I think it's using... Oh, what is that? Julie, is that... I can't tell what that says, but it seems like it says something really naughty to me. I think it's using dildo sauce. Is that what that says? I can't read it. I don't know. If that is what it says... I need a little context. All right. Let's look at the scores. I'm blushing a little bit right now. Nick is still in the lead, but has lost his fire. But he's still in the lead. Jules in 2nd place. Allison, then Lisa, then Bearded Hat Guy. It is a race. It's a race. Stampy, I know, is probably... If Stampy is still watching and hasn't gotten so frustrated that he threw his computer across the room, if he's still watching, he's probably like, get me in there, coach! Get me in there! Oh, it's frustrating. I know. But we'll get you in the next time. All right. Next question. What Disney World attraction features a character named Rex who drives the vehicle? Oh, it is not Fozzie, but I just loved that. I loved that little thing. Is it Rise of the Resistance? Is it Dinosaur? Is it Wedway People Mover? Is it Star Tours? Ooh, it's not the Muppets. I love Fozzie. Waka waka. All right, we're still waiting for one guest to come on in. We got 5 of them. One person's really thinking on this one. Like, I want it to be Fozzie. That's what they're thinking. How do I write in a vote? I want it to be Fozzie Bear, but it's not Fozzie Bear. All right, I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. All right, there we go. All right, we got him in. 4 of you got it right with Star Tours. 2 of you thought it was Dinosaur. That's not bad. You know? But it is indeed Star Tours. Rex used to be the pilot of the Speeder 3000, I think it is, and has been replaced now by none other than C-3PO. See, fame. They only want the famous characters, you know, but poor Rex, just chucked aside. Never appreciated in his time. All right. Allison says, Dinosaur Supremacy. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's because of comments prior to that I can't read here. But I don't think it has anything to do with dildo sauce. I don't know what that means. I must be reading it wrong. And if not, I've lost focus. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the scores. Nick is still in the lead. He's increasing his lead. You guys, you gotta stop him. You gotta stop this guy. He's out of control. Allison in 2nd place. Jules in 3rd, Lisa in 4th, very close behind. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, very close. Bearded Hat Guy moving up in the world. Love it, Bearded Hat Guy. Rock and roll. All right, here we go. Next question. What is the name of the group of girls Dot belonged to in the film A Bug's Life? Ooh, name of the group of girls Dot belonged to in A Bug's Life. All right, I gotta admit, I've admitted this before on Disney Trivia, and it embarrasses me a little bit. I've never seen A Bug's Life. I've never seen it. It's one of the Pixar movies that kind of slipped through the cracks. All right, that pun wasn't into... Actually, it's not that good, so I'm just going to skip right past that. But it did slip through the cracks, really did. I somehow managed to miss A Bug's Life. I don't know how that happened. But 4 of you got that one right. We got some serious Disney fanatics out there with the blueberries. 2 of you thought it was the ladybugs. Yeah, ladybugs, that makes sense. You know, I can't blame you for picking that one. That's why I put that one in there, because it seems like it makes sense, right? The ladybugs and stock, it's the ladies. But no, it is the blueberries. Nicely done. Let's see who got that right. Let's see the scores. Let's not see them. Let's look at the scores. Let's take a look at the scores. Oh, that's it. I did all this earlier today so I wouldn't have to fumble with things, and now I just have to fumble with what I'm saying. All right, Nick is still in the lead. Allison, Jules, Lisa, Bearded Hat Guy. The positions haven't really changed much here. We keep jockeying around a little there in 2nd, 3rd, 4th place, but Nick just keeps increasing his lead. What are we going to do to stop him? We need how do you Tanya Harding somebody? in trivia. I shouldn't even bring that up. That's tasteless. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. All right, here we go. Next question. Which actor voiced Hopper, the head of the grasshoppers, in the movie A Bug's Life? Was it Kevin Spacey? Was it Kevin Costner? Was it Kevin Pollak? Or was it Kevin Bacon? It was a Kevin. There was a Kevin involved. It's Hopper, the head of the grasshoppers in A Bug's Life. Boy, the answers are flying in quickly. I love it. I love it. Oh, I wish I could read the chat right now. It's so far away. Oh, I don't like it. All right, we're still waiting for one more answer to come in. There's got to be a way for me to see that on here. I just don't understand. I'm so confused. So confused. Oh, well. I'll figure it out sometime. Hey, oh, wow, all 6 of you picked the right Kevin. Or the wrong Kevin, depending on how you look at it. Kevin Spacey. Yeah, just Google it. But, yeah, Kevin Spacey. Hopper, the head of the grasshoppers in the movie A Bug's Life. All right. Allison says the something musical number, something is something worth it. I just need to stop reading that. You can see the chat. Anyone that's on here can see the chat and read it for themselves. I can't wait to read it. I think the chat's going to be more interesting than I am right now, so I'm excited to take a look. All right, speaking of taking a look, let's take a look at the scores. Dang it! See? Oh, come on. That would have been. I did the action and everything. You're messing up my vibe here. Let's take a look at the scores. Sheesh. All right, Allison now is on fire. I love it. Don't worry, they've got an ointment for that. And Nick is still in the lead, though. Allison in second place. Jules in third. Lisa in fourth. Bearded Hat Guy in fifth. Whoever's sixth, it doesn't even want to show me how you're doing. How does that feel? How's that feel, number 6? Yeah, I feel bad about that. I wish I could. You know who you are. We don't know who you are. Type in the chat. Let us know who number 6 is. How are you doing, though? I hope you're doing all right. It'll only show me 5 on here, but let's move on to the next. How are we doing on time? I should check that here. Oh, we still got 15 minutes. Look at that. We're going to keep going. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. Next question. Boom! How much was an admission ticket on opening day in 1971? That would be the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. Was it $3.50? Was it $5.99? Was it $8 or was it $12? I don't know about you, but any of those sound amazing when you consider that one day is over $100 now. It's like $130 or something like that. I mean, it is the happiest place on earth, but my goodness, no wonder it's so happy. I mean, it's a lot of money. Well, yeah. All right. Well, the answers are in. 2 of you thought it was $3.50, and you were correct. $3.50 to get into the Magic Kingdom. That's hard to even fathom these days, right? I mean, any of those numbers would have been hard to believe. $3.50. 2 of you thought it was $5.99, a little bit more Mickey-ish, I guess, and 1 of you thought it was $8. But it indeed was $3.50. The reason for that was, as many of you may know, oh shoot, do I have it here? Oh, I don't. Oh, I should have had it. They used to have, they used to only charge you $3.50 to get into the park. But then if you wanted to ride most things, you needed tickets to ride them, much like a carnival. And they had different tickets, A, B, C, D, and E. If you've ever heard the phrase, that's an E-ticket ride, that's where that came from. The E-tickets were the most expensive tickets to buy, and they were the ones that you had to use for things like the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, stuff like that. I could talk for days about that. I know Stampy could. I know a lot of you could talk at length about that. And I remember being there when you had the little ticket books. $3.50. All right, let's take a look at the scores. Boom! There, see? I did it this time, but I waited. I waited until it changed so that it didn't harsh my mellow. All right, Nick is still in the lead. 13,000 points. That's, man, inflation's even taking effect here in the points here. Allison is still on fire, though, catching up with 10,000 points. Jules with 8,700. Lisa with 8,600. Bearded Hat Guy with 6,600. I love it. This is good. All right. Oh, the chat is just going wild over there. I love it. Gina is here. Gina! Oh, I love it. Gina, it's good to have you here. Are you playing? Are you able to get in the middle of the game? That's what I'm really curious about. Somebody let me know in the chat. I'll check it later. Let me know if you can get in the game in the middle of the game. I'm just very curious about that. But meanwhile, next question. What Disney character makes a cameo on Max's telephone when he wakes up late for school in a Goofy movie? Is it Donald Duck? Is it Mickey Mouse? Is it Minnie Mouse? Or is it Pluto? Disney character making a cameo on Max's telephone. Wow. This one, I admit, I have never seen a Goofy movie. Never seen it. I've never really had much of a desire. I've never been a big Goofy person. I mean, I'm a Goofy person. I'm a big Goofy person. But I've just never been a Goofy fan. No, that's not true. I like Goofy. I don't know. Just Goofy just doesn't get me here like some of the other characters do. So, I don't know. I've just never checked it out. Oh, it looks like we must have more than 6 players in now. So now we have 7 players in. Maybe that means Gina was able to get in. Oh, I love it. I'm hoping so. 4 of you got it right. It was indeed Mickey Mouse. 3 of you thought it was Donald Duck. Which, I'm willing to bet that if Donald Duck's voice was on the phone, it would be a very different, not just sound, but a very different tone in the message than Mickey Mouse. Because Donald Duck needs a little bit of an attitude adjustment, I think. I'm just going to go there. Donald Duck need a little work. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the scores. Didn't like that, did you? All right. Let's look at the scores. Hey, 3rd time's the charm. There we go. Nick is back on fire and still in the lead with 14,000. Allison, Jules, Lisa, Bearded Hat Guy bringing up the rear there. Allison still moving, really wants to catch Nick. I can almost feel it. She's like running right behind him. She can almost reach out and grab his jersey and like yank him back. But, so he just needs to trip Nick. Okay, next question. What is Goofy's profession in the movie A Goofy Movie? Is he a photographer? Is he a custodian? Is he a limo driver? Or is he a bellhop? What is his profession in the movie A Goofy Movie? I've had a number of Goofy movie questions in here. I'm not sure why. Psychologically, there's something that's telling me I need to see this movie. I need to do something. I don't know what it is, but I guess I need to watch a Goofy movie. I don't know. All right, 4 of you have answered. 5 of you have answered. We're still waiting on a couple people to get their answers in here. Maybe just 1 more, 2 more, 1 more, 2 more, something like that. All right. Is it a photographer, custodian, limo driver, bellhop? I think a pet groomer would have been a really good one. How weird would it have been? All right, 4 of you guessed correctly or knew the answer correctly, which is photographer. He is indeed a photographer. It's very close to my heart. My dad, professional photographer for many years, worked with him for more years than I'd like to admit in the photography business. 3 of you thought he was a custodian. Not correct. It is indeed a photographer. All right, how are we doing on time? I'm just checking the time here. All right, we still got about 10 minutes left. We're going to keep going. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the scores. Yes, Nick in the lead, but lost his flame. Allison is moving up as usual. Jules still trying to catch back up to Allison. Lisa is still trying to catch back up to Jules. We gotta there's a little camaraderie going on here. There's a camaraderie and competition. It's a weird blend of support and wanting to Tanya Harding Nick. We got it all going on here. A whole gluttony of emotions are happening on Disney Trivia today. Tell your friends. Next question. What area in the Magic Kingdom does not have restrooms? All right, those of you who have been playing Disney Trivia with me for a while, you're going to get this one. You're going to get this one fast because we've talked about this quite a bit at length. I suspect Allison knows the answer to this one. Is it Adventureland? Is it Tomorrowland? Is it Liberty Square? Or is it Frontierland? No restrooms other than in restaurants. Okay, we will say that because they are required by law. But other than in the restaurants themselves, no restrooms. All right, 5 of you have answered. We're waiting for just a couple more. How's everybody doing? Are you having a good time? Type in the chat so that everyone else knows. I won't know. So I'm just going to assume Why is that so hard to read? What does that say? Someone go back Nick's keyboard. Go break Nick's keyboard. Yes, there you go. See, we don't have to Tanya Harding. We just got to Tanya Harding that keyboard. Bam! It's broke. Nick out of commission. All right, 5 of you got this one right. It is indeed Liberty Square. 2 of you thought Frontierland, which is a very, very valid guess. I might have guessed Tomorrowland because maybe in the future we will have figured out a way of curing peeing where we don't have to do it anymore, or we'll have evolved past waste. I don't know. Probably not. But hey, I can't blame you for guessing Frontierland. That is a very good guess. But it is indeed Liberty Square. The reason being, back in those times, they did not have household plumbing. So they wanted to be somewhat authentic. I'm glad they didn't go full bore and just give you a pot to piss in while you're walking around Liberty Square. Slightly awkward. Let's look at the scores. All right, Nick. This is a broken record, man. I'm just going to stop saying his name. Maybe if I stop saying his name, he'll stop winning. Allison is not giving up, man. Allison is getting closer and closer here. I mean, that gap is doing this. It's doing this. There's an ebb and a flow here. Jules not giving up. Lisa not giving up. Bearded Hat Guy hasn't really gotten started yet, but not giving up. No, that's not true. You got 7,400 points. That is not nothing. That's nothing to sneeze at. All right. Here we go. Hold on to your butts. It is time for next question. Which Disney character does the genie do an impersonation of when Aladdin promises to set him free? Is it Captain Hook, Mickey Mouse, Prince Charming, or Pinocchio? It's not Pinocchio. I wonder what I feel like that's probably the right way to pronounce it. No, it's probably completely wrong. I've never heard anybody call it that. But I like that. From now on, it shall be Pinocchio. Captain Hook, Mickey Mouse, Prince Charming, or Pinocchio? Aladdin. I need to revisit that one. It's been too long since I've seen that one. I did not see the live-action remake, which I heard actually was quite good. I heard it was quite good. So I really probably should check that out sometime. Guy Ritchie, not the first person I would have picked necessarily to make a live-action version of a Disney animated film. But hey, you know what? Talented filmmaker. So, all right, 5 of you got this right with Pinocchio. And 1 of you thought it was Captain Hook. 1 of you thought it was Mickey Mouse. None of you thought it was Prince Charming because I guess not so charming. Prince not so charming, apparently. So 5 of you got that right. Let's see. Was Nick one of them? I don't know. Let's take a look at the scores. All right, yeah, Nick got it right, it looks like, because he moved up in the scores again. There I go, having to say Nick's name again. Oh, boy, oh, boy. No, Nick, I love you, man. You are a Disney trivia superstar, man. The next time we play this, I'm going to try and figure out a way for us to break this up so that we can start over and start a new one, so that... And maybe Stampy will be able to get into. But I mean, Allison and Jules and Lisa are really working hard to catch up to you. They are not far behind. Anything can happen here. We're going to go for a few more minutes. All right. Stampy, are you still with us, man? Did you bug out? I feel bad. Every time we do these, like Stampy has some sort of technical issue. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than, it's got to be maybe he's got an old phone. Does he have a flip phone? Does anyone know? Does he use a flip phone? I thought I was the last one. I think he had a smartphone before I did. So I had a flip phone right up until just a couple years ago. That's how hip and cool I am. I am vintage. That's what I am. Next question. Who is Bambi's love interest? Ooh. Who is Bambi's love interest? Is it Bellina? Is it Feline? Is it Forlorna? Or is it Talia? I love all those names. I want to have 4 children just so I can name them those names and then ship them off to boarding school. All right. 4 of you have answered. Keep getting those answers in. I love it. I love it. Is it wrong of me that I just want to see Nick in second place? Just for a minute. Just for a second. It's not going to happen. I don't know if it could. It could. Allison, it's up to you. All right, one more. Let's get one more answer. There we go. All right, 5 of you got it right with Feline. 1 of you said Bellina. 1 of you said Talia. But it is indeed Feline. Very nice. Nick says never. Never. He is fighting every step of the way. I love it. Love it. Let's look at the scores. Yeah, all right. Well, in second place, Allison, Jules, then Lisa, then Bearded Hat Guy. We haven't jockeyed around much in second, third, and fourth place here in a while, I don't think. I think we've been kind of right around that same, yeah. But everybody is still very, very close on scores. All right, here we go. Let's see. What are we on? Okay, we still got a few minutes. We got time for maybe one or two more questions. How's everybody doing? Are you having a good time? Type it in the chat. I will be able to see things like in all caps saying, Todd, you are the best host ever. I'll be able to read that. Type some stuff in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know. Come on. Send the love. Let's see. Are you having a good time? Are you enjoying this? Do you want to do another one of these? Shall we do it? All right. Oh, this rocks, says Lisa. In all caps. I can read all caps, apparently. It's just big enough. Fun, says Nick. Julie says, so much fun. Allison says, yes, very fun. Lisa says, like this platform. Excellent. Yeah, please tell me before you leave in the chat. Or you can private message me, whatever you like. Let me know if this platform is working for you. We'll do it again with this platform, but this seems the easiest to access. You don't have to have a Twitch account. Everybody's on YouTube. Everybody can get to YouTube, and everybody, with the exception of Stampy, apparently can get to Kahoot and get it working on their smarty thingy. Gina says, yes! I love it. All right, Gina, it's good to have you here. Glad you were able to join us as well. All right, here we go. Next question. What illegal activity was Hero participating in at the opening of Big Hero 6? Oh, I love that Baymax. I don't know. I feel like that most every morning and afternoon and sometimes in the evening. Was it robot fighting? Was it online poker? Was it computer hacking? Or was it impersonating a superhero? What illegal activity was Hero participating in at the beginning of Big Hero 6? Very underrated film, I think. Big Hero 6 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And really, technically part of the Marvel Universe. Big Hero 6 was based on a Marvel comic. All right, let's get those in. We're waiting on one more answer to come on in. Then we're going to check this out. I think this might end up being... we'll do one more question. We're going to do one more question after this. Why not? And then we'll call it there for the day. All right. 5 of you said robot fighting. You are correct. Little Real Steel action going on there. I love it. And then 2 of you thought that it was computer hacking. Good guess as well. But indeed, it was robot fighting. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Big Hero 6. All right, BattleBots, says Lisa. Yes, BattleBots. I cut the cord quite a few years ago. I haven't had cable or regular television in a long time. Everything is just streaming for me. One of the channels that I miss the most is the old Discovery Channel. Wasn't that where they had BattleBots? Wasn't that Discovery Channel? But I know Discovery Channel used to be, at least, Mythbusters, which I know isn't even around anymore. I loved Mythbusters so much. That was one of the toughest channels for me to lose. So Lisa says yes, Discovery was BattleBots. All right, here we go. Gotta milk this for every little bit that I can. This is our final question, folks. This is it right here. Here we go. Are you all ready? All right, here we go. That wasn't me freezing. Don't worry, the stream didn't freeze. I'm just milking it. Quick. Last question, Disney trivia. Last question, I'm milking it right now. I'm going to stop that. Okay, here we go. Next question. No! I am milking it! Look, you thought I was just going to give in, but I'm not. We got to look at the scores. Because, spoiler alert, Nick is still in the lead. All right, here we go. Next question. How many miles does Walt Disney World span? 30 square miles, 40 square miles, 55 square miles, or 70 square miles? Or, for bonus points, 90 triangular miles. I couldn't fit that one on there, but I really wanted that on there. I think it's 90 triangular miles sounds about right to me. Go ahead and get your answers in. Is it 30, 40, 55, or 70 square miles? Walt Disney World, the whole big thing. Walt Disney World. I mean, any of those is a lot. That's big. That's huge, right? All right, let's see. We got some thinking going on here. We got. All right, there we go. Oh, we're all over the board on this one, and none of you got it right. Oh, Oh, what a great question to end on. You all got it wrong. Oh, 2 of you thought it was 30. 2 of you thought it was 55. 3 of you thought it was 70, but it is actually 40 square miles. That's a lot. I mean, driving 60 miles an hour straight across that, it would take you 40 minutes to get across there. Right? That's my math's right. Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. See? So, math. School. Cool. All right, well, with that, folks, we're going to stop right here. And I want to say thank you for being here. Please type in the chat. One more. Gina says one. If Gina says one more, we got to do one more. We got to do one more, right? Please, she said. She's pleading. She's pleading. And this is, I mean, you know what? I'm going to do what Disney World would do in this situation. If you ask them and, you know, they want to do everything that they can to make this paradise for you, to make this perfect. And so if Gina is asking for one more question, we're going to do one more question. But before we do that, let's take a look at the scores. All right. Well, not much has changed here in Scoreland, but the numbers have gotten bigger. So that's really cool. But here comes that last question. This one's just for Gina. Nobody else can answer this one. Only Gina can. No, I'm just kidding. Any of you can answer it, really. Just Stampy can't. Next question. What is the name of the hamster in Disney's Bolt? Is it Harry? Is it Wheel? Is it Rhino Harry? Or is it Poof? I think that yellow one is supposed to just be Rhino. I don't think it's supposed to be Rhino Harry. So I think the yellow one is Rhino. I think that's just a goof up there because I don't think there is such a thing as a Rhino Harry. It looks weird, all as one word. Like Harry, Wheel, Rhino, or Poof. All right, get your answers in. Get your answers in. And indeed it is Rhino Harry, or just Rhino. It's just Rhino. It shouldn't be Rhino Harry. That was my mistake there. Hey, you know what? In the whole run of these questions, we've had 25 questions. Of those, I made only a couple mistakes. I feel pretty good about that. I can go to my grave at the Haunted Mansion. I can go to my grave feeling pretty good about that. Haunted Mansion. Wait, Haunted Mansion. Where is it? There it is. It's on that side. Haunted Mansion. All right. Thank you. Oh, no. Gina says more. Oh, yeah, you're insatiable. Yes, you are, Gina. I would love to do more, but we're going to stop here. But that's a good sign. That means you want more. First of all, subscribe to this channel because then you'll be alerted when another one of these is coming up. But better than that, all of you are very close friends of mine. I will be letting you know on the Guess the Location Walt Disney Facebook page. However, I know that about half the people that were invited this thing never even saw the invite on Facebook. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. That's why I reached out to a number of you and asked you if you had gotten the invite, because I'm trying to figure out who's getting them and who's not. And about half the people that responded back said they didn't even get one. So that's a little weird, but we will do another one of these. I saw a lot of messages coming through saying that you would like more of these. This was a lot of fun. Let me know how you feel this technology worked using Kahoot and YouTube. Doesn't work as well with YouTube. Kahoot. Yeah, Kahoot's better. Yeah, I like that. We'll do the same thing again next time. Lisa says, yeah. I want to thank all of you for being here. Take care, everybody, and have a great rest of your Disney night. Until next time. Bye-bye.